Hey guys, Tyrope here, bringing you a 2v2 today. We are on Wolfheze. Today spawning in the south we have Zcheffen? Zcheffen, I'm not sure how to pronounce that, but anyway, playing as Soviets. Straight away going for guard motor. Teaming out with him, Lenze 69, playing as Soviets also with combined arms, shock army, and shock motor heavy. From the north, we have SirFailalot as OKW with Overwatch, Breakthrough, and Elite Armored. And finally, GRAF Zeppelin playing as Ostheer with Spearhead, Jaeger Armor, and Storm. This is a Patreon backer submitted game. In terms of rankings here, the allies are around 1600 arranged team, Axis around 3000 arranged team.
Is up. Ready for orders.
So we do have a Kubel here for SirFailalot. Got that early wire off on the building. Reinforced wire 2. Takes longer to plant, but can't be crossed by like a light vehicle coming in here. It looks like both the Soviet players are going for some Maxim starts. So no tier 1 action at this stage. Doesn't have to worry about that anyway. Wagon peppering away there. Could be a decent chance to come around maybe to like the far side, getting close, negate the cover. And here comes the Maxim sitting up now. Gotta be careful, the Kubel will die quite fast in front of this Maxim. Gets out of there, but the Sturmpire is unsuccessful. Gets suppressed very quickly. We do have some heavy cover sandbags here. It looks like this bush is actually covering the Volksgrenadiers from the Maxim at this stage, so it can hold out there for a little bit longer. Maxim doing well on this side also. Looks like one model in front of the heavy cover, so it wasn't a bad engagement there for Graf. Wagon doing a little bit from further back. Ooh. Accidentally running out of cover there, but luckily somehow the Maxim doesn't suppress. It ends up working out alright. Squad a bit uncertain about where they're going, but the combination of these two bushes working out quite well for SirFailalot, but about to run right back into the Maxim there. This time not getting so lucky with the suppression. Should get forced away. Might be able to crawl out to the building. Sturmpires now. Could have been a decent idea to reverse the Kubel back to here to get repaired while the Sturmpires were reinforcing as well. And now a mortar for Lenze. It's like a second conscript for Zcheffen. Oh my god. Zcheffen. Alright, that's how we're doing it. And wow, a tier 1 side tick here. That's very unusual. No, probably not such a good idea. Oh wow, just right in the range of the bunker, right on the edge. Unfortunate. Nice mortar hit, and no medics back here yet. Looks like Graf maybe going to try to plant some down at this stage. Okay, big old movement from the Grenadiers coming out to the side. Trying to evade that Maxim. There's another conscript now for Lenze. What I'm curious about is what's going to be constructed from this tier 1 tech structure. I'm guessing maybe a sniper. Late for the M3A1 and don't really need penals at this stage either. Okay, here we go. Grenadiers coming in from the side. Find the mortar. That's flanked fast. Could get in here for a nasty rifle nade. They're pretty clumped up on the wrong side of cover. And Lenze not respecting this. Late retreat. And gets annihilated. He's coming back here looking for the recovery, but not going to be successful. I think I'll try jump on the weapon with the higher health Grenadier here. Try to get away with it. And conscript's able to Ura in there and steal it. But no retreat actually from Lenze. Getting out there very late with a combat engineer, and they do go down as well. But yeah, I think there was an opportunity for the steal. As I said, I'd go for it. And, you know, even if you do lose the Grenadier, stealing away that team weapon is just so high value. It's probably worth it anyway. But yeah, I think with the high health Grenadier, probably would have gotten away. Alright, some shock troops coming out for Lenze. And yeah, went for tier 1 and didn't build anything from it. So a lot of wasted manpower. Mortar now for GRAF, which I think is a fine choice. Does not have tier 2 tech structure down yet. Eyes on the field. Could be planting that down and could have a 2-2 at around this time as well. Luckily that Grenadier did escape alive. And here come the shock troops. MG looking to set up on them here. Troops do have the opportunity for a smoke nade. A little bit slow getting it out. The MG did reveal itself for a while there. The weapon crew fired at them for a while. To avoid suppression altogether. Repositioning the machine gun now. Water's flying both directions. Got some guards out now. So yeah, nothing built from that tier 1. It had to be a mistake. You don't need tier 1 to take up to tier 3. You don't need both stages, just for one. Alright. Incendiary grenade out. Stimpizer in a bit of an awkward position, sandwiched between these two healthy conscripts, getting chopped down fast. Here come the guards as well.
We are losing supplies to the enemy.
Need to be in cover here with these Fusiliers. They throw a grenade, but well dodged. It's a bit obvious to your opponent what you're trying to do if you run into like a bad engagement and stay there for a long time. The only reason that would make sense is if you're trying something like a grenade, so it's kind of telegraphing what you're attempting. Ideal circumstances. If you're in a good, slightly bad engagement, and you're still in grenade range. It's a slow engagement, so your opponent's maybe going to look away from that, giving you a good opportunity for the grenade. Looks like it's going to be a half-track from Lenze and a T-70 from Zcheffen.
T-70 light tank has arrived.
Do have a raketing out for SirFailalot already. So that's good news. So in for like one extra squad compared to usual. Good dodge on that nade as well. Probably could even have jumped back in. Tried to get a bit more damage on the guards, so maybe they couldn't pose as much of a threat to the Kubel. Who probably could have taken an AT nade there and gone down. Oh, but the T-70 switching sides here. Pressuring back the 222. We do have a Jaeger command squad out. And it's delayed the AT gun, making GRAF very vulnerable at this stage. Tried to activate the incendiary rounds, but now getting blasted by the mortar and the T-70. That gets decrewed. Got the quad up here now as well, and this is big trouble. Need that raketing over here desperately. But it's still on this side of the map. 222 coming back in. Be very careful from this amount of health, especially with the rear armor exposed. The quad can burst it down very quickly. Luckily for GRAF, the quad didn't engage there. I think that was a done deal with the rear armor exposed. Easy kill if it just charged in. Kitchen's rotating now. A little bit late though. Guys might 2-on-1 the other side instead next. Here they come through the center with the quad. lining up and misses the first shot. Always a sad moment. And the second one on the T70. Misses that one as well. Oh boy. It's going to be one of those games, is it? The flak base looking to come up, covering the fuel points. So it's a very vulnerable moment for SirFailalot. Just make sure the T70 doesn't get out the back here while it's still in construction. T-nade now on the 222. That could get chased down by the quad. Here it comes. Burst. The quad again playing it safe, and here come a couple of Fausts from the side actually. If you got 3 of them off, it would have been a kill, but I think it was only 1 or 2. And now the officer for SirFailalot. I think if you're going to attempt this build, you know, you need to go for like 1 fewer squads of infantry if you're going for the Kuba as well, and then go for officer instead. Maybe like 2 Folks, 1 Fusilier, then the officer. Because at this stage, if you don't really need the vision for something particular in your strategy, Ogres are probably a better choice at this stage of the match. Pretty early on, you can start scaling them up. If you're, you know, maybe making use of like double ISGs or something that does really rely on vision, then makes a bit more sense. Yeah, at the moment, looking pretty good for the Allies. The double light vehicles applying a lot of pressure. GRAF paying the price for not opting for that pack until very late in the game. They're hitting territory control on that side. And it can be, you know, a little bit hard to deal with double lights. Zcheffen, was that? Trying to do some attack rounds, perhaps? Got a bit of smoke out from GRAF. Axis kind of 2-on-1ing in the center and right now.
We stand at 300 points.
Good time to get some attacking done.
All crews have been trained to repair damaged
Zcheffen
vehicles.
at a decent angle, and this time it connects. But Maxim going to prevent any Faust. In fact, neither of the Axis really have munitions for mass Faust at the moment. But the T70 getting greedy, hanging about here for far too long. The Raketin just rolls up. Oh, but it's not quite dead. It's alive on a pixel. Oh, but still ends up dying. It was just kind of caught in that choke point. Nowhere for it to go. Is that going down? The stern post definitely should have stayed in there for a Shrek or 2, though. At least attempted. Maybe they'll get suppressed, but a bit of insurance just in case one of those Raketin shots missed. Oh, and there goes the quads. Don't know what that was doing, sitting right in front of a Raketin like that. Greedy stuff from Lenze, and now the Axis are right back in the game. 2 light vehicles dead. Looking pretty good. Pack actually decrewed out the back, maybe stolen now by the shock troops. Should have thrown down some smoke to cover this though. And looks like that's going to get decrewed quite rapidly. Imagine, yeah, I think he actually could have got away if he just smoked and then ran this way. Oh, and there go the conscripts as well. Meanwhile, Sternpo's dead over here though. High casualty match. And we've had the Jaeger command squad also die. Probably saw the death indicator, but yeah, a lot of deaths in a short span of time for both teams. There's Jaeger command squad. Alright, SU-85 for Lenze.
Guards troops ready for action.
Another squad of guards for Zcheffen. We do actually end up going for a penal squad. Which is not a really suitable form of anti-tank to deal with a medium better off with the Zis, so I don't really understand that.
The enemy has taken our supply sector.
Zcheffen gonna start saving for a medium. Maybe the squad of guards was a bad idea because you can see I have the fuel for a T-34-85 in about a minute's time. But probably not going to have the manpower for it for, you know, maybe 2 or 3 minutes at this stage. So this fresh squad of guards seems like it was poorly timed with how the tech is working out at this stage and the fuel timings. And here we go, Panzer IV out for SirFailalot. Let's see what these PTRSs can do. He's got 3 squads of them. Here comes the Panzer IV. PTRSs. Is not getting involved at this stage. SU-85 switching sides to assist. Rebuild on the Jaeger command squad. Panzer IV on the build now for GRAF. So the Allies a little bit under strength when it comes to anti-tank, relying on just PTRSs and 1 SU-85. No Zis. Anti-tank grenades though for both players. Above Lenze only having 1 conscript to utilize them with. Here we go, ripping a couple 18-8s. SU-85's not really in position to come and finish the job, but SirFailalot leaving the Raketen behind here could potentially get stolen now. Attempted to by the conscripts, need to focus down that weapon crew. Run and gun here. Oh, force retreat maybe? Oh, is it on cooldown already? Oh, the guards are going to try to get the steel. He's trying to hide, recover from suppression from behind the bushes. Bit of smoke out from GRAF, but yeah, that's a successful Raketen steel. Ouch, that hurts for SirFailalot. If only force retreat wasn't on cooldown. Could have forced away that Maxim. Heartbreaking. And that kind of solves a lot of the anti-tank woes of the Allies. They were under strength, but with that steel, now they're in a much more robust position. Len's going to back this up with a Katyusha now, which is interesting.
The enemy is taking our territory.
It's always a solid option, but I feel like the Axis aren't particularly vulnerable to it. Maybe saving for an ISU would be the move at this stage. 2 with the vision here. The pack and the Panzer IV connecting. Katyusha right out the back. Here comes the Panzer IV.
Suppressive fire! Suppressive fire! Support gun, ready for action.
Infantry support gun for SirFailalot. Cooper's got to be careful here. It could go down. A lot of PTRSs in the area. There's that Raketen now. We're not getting much done with the main gun currently, but the Panzer IV's armor holding up well. Bouncing all these Raketen shots so far, 3 in a row. Really bad luck for Zcheffen. What was attack ground maybe? Wow, the Panzer IV is very lucky. Infantry support gun now deployed by SirFailalot. This could be a decent time to make use of smoke a bit more instead of HE barrages. Generally has, you know, an advantage in the closer range firefights. Oh, sticky satchel. Oh, well, we've got a flak panzer coming in from the side, as well as a whole bunch of troops looking for a wipe on this conscript. A lot of units in some trouble here for Zcheffen, but he's trying to set up and trying to hold this position now. Here comes the flak panzer. Oh, the planes, though. Big retreat. Saving the day there for Zcheffen. Well done by Lenze. Good coordination. Flak panzer switching sides, getting out of harm's way. Here comes the SU-85 now, though. Connecting once. Twice. For a second I thought that... Oh, there goes the Kubel. For a second I thought that was a howitzer, but no. Just an infantry support gun. Good suppression from that Maxim. Interesting that the retreats are still healthy. Still 4 men. A little unusual. You can see the Axis are actually behind on the victory points at this stage. So they've got a bit of a way to go. And here comes the T-34-85. Finally on the field now, but already has fuel for another one after this. It was probably delayed by a good 6 minutes or so by going for that extra squad of guards and all the incidental reinforcements thereafter. Oh, this could be a nasty Katyusha. A lot of grenadiers clumped up. Pyro's back here as well, but it targets these support weapons actually. Good damage on the 222. So good. Oh, T-34-85 in a bit of trouble. Oh, so is the Panzer IV. That gets away close to death. Is that a second Katyusha actually? Lenze with a double caddies. As you know, I'm not a huge fan of targeting grenadiers with those rocket artillery barrages if you can avoid it. Let's have that received damage bonus. Triple Faust combo. T-34-85 still hanging in there. Raketen decrewed, but we've got a couple squads over here that can recover it easily. Conscript's going to be the ones to do it. T-35 nearly bit one. It's been doing okay. Probably could have got a bit more damage out of it though. Would like to see some flare usage, of course, by Lenze. Such a big thing. Similar story for SirFailalot. Could use some flares from these Fusiliers. And GRAF, not V1 on the officer yet, but pretty close. I actually forgot that that was the V1 ability. Until about 7 months ago. It just came by default, you know. Okay, force retreat on the guards. I think I would probably be trying to save the force retreat for the Maxims.
Enemy forces capturing supply sector.
Alright. The guards are pretty hard to dislodge, but when you got a 3-on-1 like that, it should be easy enough. Barrage on the Maxim, but sometimes with those 5-man weapon crews, one ISG can take quite a long time to get the job done. By then your infantry support is already forced off. Ooh, Volksgrenadier is dead there. Big Katyusha. I'm not entirely sure why the Flak Panzer was selected. There's no airstrikes that can really be shot down. Maybe with a double Panzer IV move could get in close and overwhelm the SU-85.
Scout car awaiting orders.
Battle phase 3 is complete for Graf. Has not put down the tier 4 tech yet. Gotta try to get that up as early as you can. Try reap the rewards of the lower reinforced costs. Coming in. Combat engineers on a suicide mission there. Okay, trading a few hits. Big damage on the Panzer IV, it's getting away. Second T-34-85 in the mix now, so SirFailalot maybe a little bit under strength than anti-tank. I think he's maybe trying to save for like a Jagdtiger or a Panther, but struggling to get the manpower together for that. So coming in the side for a Faust, got the Raketin coming up, but it's right next to a squad of guards. Could take a nasty grenade here. Oh, but even just the machine guns, look at how fast they decrew that Raketin. Ouch. Touch back on it. Too sharp at the back. Didn't notice this, but Jaeger Command Squad dead over here. And there goes the mortar now as well. These Katyushas really starting to hit home. At least the Raketin did survive for SirFailalot. And the Axis doing a decent job of avoiding draining out of this phase. Looks like it's a Brumbier for Graf, but I mean, I think that's generally a good choice, but kind of need to go. This is where, you know, again, going for a Panzer IV instead of a flak Panzer would have been a better choice. Because now there's no real move you can do against the SU-85 to actually threaten to kill it ever. Just farm these off. Lenze actually going for a Zis at this stage when it's pretty close to the ISU. Probably needs to start saving manpower for that if that was the plan.
AT gun is ready for combat.
That would be a big issue for the Axis. They are not well prepared for that. But maybe by the time he is able to save up for this now, the Jagdtiger will be on the field, so it'll be a lot easier. Into the building. Be careful, the Brumbier could do a bit of friendly fire on the building and actually flatten it here. If the T-34-85 landed a shot on this side of the building, I think it would have been flattened, so it's a bit risky. But here we go, a bit of a move coming in. Axis combining up, we're looking for the kill on one of these 85s. Raketin coming in, but can't quite finish the job. One more shot required, but Panzer IV's taking the engine crit. Here comes the SU-85, and a Zis from the side now. This is looking really bad for the Axis. There goes one Panzer IV. Now the Raketin getting out of there. Pack pushing up. If it could have come in from the side here a bit earlier, threatening the SU-85, maybe something could have happened, but doesn't look like it's really worked out too well. So yeah, failed attempt there to knock out those T-34-85s. Axis paying a heavy price. Those 85s, you know, with the extra health, they're just that much harder to kill. Okay, here is the howitzer now for Graf. Probably could back this up with another pack to bolster the anti-tank ranks. The problem with that is, you know, double packs, you are kind of playing into the hands of the double Katyusha. It needed to be a vehicle-based for anti-tank. And it's going to be a Jagdpanzer for SirFailalot. Just can't scrape the manpower together to get the Jagdtiger out. Repairs still awaiting out the back while the howitzer construction is in progress. And this is a pretty good target for it right away, this MG in the building. This could be quite nasty. A lot of troops back here for Lenze. GRAF doing some scouting with that smoke plane. Oh, but he jumped out of the building at just the right time with that Maxim. The smoke plane perhaps actually doing a disservice. Wanted to get some vision with the Maxim and got out at just the right time, perhaps because of that smoke. That's unfortunate for GRAF. Could still catch a couple units back here though. It's cool on the pack, but it does survive, which is good. Wants to maintain that Vet 2. The Allies are really having trouble closing the show on the victory points. They seem to be struggling to set up even 2-on-1, let alone 3-on-1. Oh, this is trouble for the Panzer IV though. Will its armor hold up? One more shot from the T-34, but it doesn't chase at all. Now getting forced away. Zero kills on the Howie. Looks like it did a bit of health damage to the Su-85 though, gave it some vet. Coming forward. It's got to be careful though. There's a lot of anti-tank in this area. Took an engine crit, that could be lights out. And doesn't actually have the room in his army now. Has managed to save up but can't field the ISU. Brombeer getting hammered there. We're catching fire on these T-34s just parked up here. Hands are up here now as well. Now something's starting to click for SirFailalot with the arrival of that Jagdpanzer. Starting to tame and even pressure the kill on these T-34-85s.
Enemy forces are capturing our supplies.
Katyusha's doing 9 kills and 1 kill. Ooh. How long that Katyusha's been on the field, only 1 kill is not a good strike rate. It's been doing a lot of damage to vehicles with it. Uh-oh. Oh, there goes the T-34-85. And the combat engineer's dead as well to the small arms fire while they're trying to repair. SirFailalot dropping down some artillery on the VP as well. And this is no response from Zcheffen. Wow, that could have been so bad, but luckily, like, all the shells seem to land almost in a ring around the double conscripts, so somehow they get out almost unscathed. Quite lucky. They're up to Vet 1 now. Again, still 0 kills. Must have maybe done some Su-85 damage. He's going for a second combat engineer, so any hopes of going for the ISU are far away thought at this stage. Getting even closer to full pop cap now with the second engineer. GRAF also pop capped at this stage. So SirFailalot still a little bit of room, and same for Zcheffen. Pretty similar army sizes all round at this stage. Still feels like the Allies maybe have a slight lead. Just kind of relies on them actually getting some kills with these Katyushas. Maybe could get a little bit closer as well to the front lines. tighten up the scatter a bit. So there's been quite a few max ranges. Well, there goes the conscripts. T-3485, the next target. Chisho out the far side. But again, it's super long range, doesn't really hit too much. Good amount of pressure onto that again. Has to give up the pressure. Doesn't have the infantry support anymore. Oh boy, SU-85 here with an engine crit. Got a plane drop down on the pack. But there goes the SU-85. If it just backed away there, I think it could have gotten out. Flak Panzer doing a bit of a risky maneuver. But it looks like there's this getting blocked by the wreck, so it gets out of there in the end.
The sector is at risk.
This has been a slow drain throughout this phase of the match. Constantly with one VP decaptured. That was a big kill. Get 3 SU-85 down. The thing is, Lenze still doesn't quite have enough room in the army to field the ISU instead. Kind of needs to suicide something. I don't think even a combat engineer is enough. I think that's only 5 Bobcat. So, well, needs to do something about it. Maybe he could suicide that unvetted conscript. Chisho again, not hitting too much. It's definitely allowed the Axis to stay in this match. These Chisho's not finding their mark. Round for a Molotov, nearly goes down because of it. Got the Howie coming down over here as well. Heavy fire in this region for the Axis. Oh, the officer's in some trouble. Ooh! Goes down. Big hit from the T-34. Where is the Panzer IV? Here it comes. And the Volksgrenadier is dead as well. Oh, that T-34-85 getting the big hits with the main gun. But here comes a bit of a move by SirFailalot. Going to follow through with it, and here we go. ISU hitting the field for Lenze. He's not going to be able to reinforce anything though. GRAF has a bit of room left in the army as well. And Zcheffen actually going for another T-34-85. Don't know about this coming in. Kind of needed an SU-85, or maybe is this. Oh boy, trying to use the vehicle crew repairs back here, but gets spotted by the Panzer IV, but the Panzer IV misses both of its shots. He gets cold feet. Maybe worried about the guards. That was a golden opportunity for the kill. See a bit more confidence, I think could have worked. Some obers now to replace the lost officer.
The enemy is reduced to 300 points.
Dodge from the planes again. I still would like to see some more flare usage by these Fusiliers. Seems like these units are constantly running in to the maximum. Japan's a little bit far back, and we've got the ISU over here now as well. This could be nasty. Oh, big Katyusha. SirFailalot in some major trouble. Gets out of there that time. Oh, the double T-34s now. Some risky stuff. Panzer IV not quite in range for one last shot to try finish off the Vet 3 unit. Gonna chase in a little bit anyway. We'll decide to disengage. Wise choice. Axis though briefly setting up the triple cap here, and they're making some moves through the center. The ISU doesn't know which way to face currently. Not really doing much. I think it's on armor piercing as well, so it's not very good against the infantry. There we go, pretty good hit on the Bombeer.
Our territory is falling into enemy hands.
Hit 3 packs, so it's got some nice penetration. Oh, there goes the Grenadiers. Looks like he switched over to high explosive for that shot, and now maybe going to target the pack with high explosive. And that could be in some trouble. Got the guards right there. They just need to start shooting, and there it goes.
We have lost a pack.
Graf probably should have expected that after this Grenadier died, that the pack would be the next target. And trying to extract it, especially when it was already at maybe, you know, 1/3 health lost. It's easy pickings for the ISU. So the Allies are maybe gearing up for another big attack down this right-hand side. Not having much luck through the center at the moment, the Allies. This has just been camped out by this machine gun and bunker for such a long time. The Allies haven't really tried to contest that far left VP at all for probably like 20 minutes. I feel like earlier in the match, maybe before the second before the SU-85 and the second T-34-85 died, could have been a decent moment. Double Katyusha's targeting the Howie, and it actually kills it. Catches the mortar on retreat as well.
We fight bravely for the Reich.
Those creeping barrages, perhaps?
200 points.
Either way, great result for Lenze. And now Vet 2 on both Katyushas as well, so they got that cooldown bonus. So you're at risk of taking an engine damage. There it goes. It's on armor piercing at the moment. Conscript's dead up to the Panzer IV. Gonna go for a concrete piercing shot here. Oh, doesn't find its mark. Here we go, a bit of a move from the side, but the use of Zcheffen pretty well positioned to cover this. It's now on one shot. T-34 is going to chase. Misses the kill shot. Pretty low chance of it penetrating anyway. Oh, and then the Shrek finishes the job. SirFailalot gets the last laugh. Here comes another T-34. He's going in for some suicide action. But it might work out. Got the pack nearby. Oh, sets up facing the wrong direction. The Panzer IV goes down. Looks like the Jagdpanzer survives at least. Or does it? Zcheffen looking for more. Jagdpanzer briefly stopped up here. Felt he was safe, but here comes the T-34. It's fast. It's got that Vet 3. It's very mobile. He's chasing in, but he's bouncing. This is what I was talking about. Oh, but he gets abandoned. He has to stick around. One last shot, and that's a Vet 3 tank going down. Real shame. It's an okay trade, but that's how it goes sometimes. Jagdpanzer's got pretty good frontal armor. I think it's 230. Decent chance to bounce, and when it's got that Vet 2 health bonus, it's very durable. We've got a Werfer from Graf to replace the howitzer. To 2 kills already. Oh! Doesn't take much for that ISU to result in a squad wipe. Have to be really on your game when it comes to dodging. Pretty much bang even on victory points, so at this stage, still could go either way. Graf has burned through the entire of those manpower. I think it was around 600 earlier. Now down to 0. He's gone for a second pack. But as I was saying, I think I'll be trying to build a Panther instead. The pack is vulnerable to the double Katyushas and probably vulnerable to the ISU a bit as well. And usually you'd have to worry about a lot of SU-85s and Zisses, but not that much for the Allies this game. So the Panther still has plenty of opportunities. Oh! That was nasty. Oh. And there's the Jagdtiger for SirFailalot, and the ISU's again in an awkward position. Kind of trapped like that T-70 was up here earlier. The Jagdtiger, I think, needs to drive forwards between shots a bit. ISU able to back away because of that. Yeah, the Jagdtiger needs to drive forwards like 10 range or so between shots. Drive forward, shoot to try and stay in range for that final hit. Could have taken out the ISU if that was the case. But either way, big impact from the Jagdtiger immediately. Huge damage, a lot of repairs required now. And that's again where the Panther can really come in handy. Can swoop in and maybe finish off these low health units. There's the packs immobile. Can't really chase. As that Fat Panzer doing 24 kills, it's alright. Oh, ISG goes down way out the back here. There's a rifle again. Getting a mortar. Okay, connection. Forces back at least. The heavy mod out for Zcheffen as well. And now going into a Katyusha. Allies don't really have an answer to this Jagdtiger, so it should do very well for SirFailalot. The double Katyushas raining down on these Grenadiers. Oh, one of them dead, the other one just surviving. At the moment, the Allies doing a pretty good job hiding away from the Bomber. Here comes some assault artillery though from SirFailalot. Dodge on that rifle nade. See if this one's a bit more successful. Doesn't look like it's gonna be. Allies getting out of the zone, and the Bomber behind this actually coming in, looking for the decrew on the Zis, and gets it as well. Vet 3's got a decent reload on that Bomber now. Doesn't even need the bunker buster for this maneuver. And that's the pack dead now for Lenze. Lenze still has huge amounts of manpower to rebuild with though. As you rolling through the center, where's that Jagdtiger? A little bit further back. Is that a sticky satchel? And there goes the Brumbeer. Wow, that was a nasty combination. Jagdtiger finally mobilizing now. It's one shot in. Just again, drive forwards between shots. Here come the Katyushas again. Oh, and that's a big barrage. I think that's the fresh one from Zcheffen. 7 kills just like that. Shot on the ISU. But yeah, a little bit slow mobilizing the Jagdtiger there. Made a big difference. Now the Axis are really struggling. Those Katyushas all of a sudden have completely swung the game in their favor. So like 2 or 3 squad wipes, a lot more reinforcement as well. There's a Panzer IV fresh issue 85 for Zcheffen. And still has some room, hasn't replaced that Zis yet. I was kind of targeting the flak Panzer, strangely enough. Okay, there we go. The officer providing some vision. Good long-range shot from the Jagdtiger. Jagdtiger much more suited to the head-to-head firefight. More damage, more armor. This officer providing all the vision right now. It's really helping out SirFailalot. Oh. The Panzer IV probably could have dived in there for the kill on the 85, but playing it safe. And oh, that's a nasty shock troop grenade. Into the center. Doesn't get the right scatter. Shock troops survive. Jagdtiger up here doing a little bit of damage with this machine gun. Nice, definitely have the army size lead at this stage. Just need to get one back here. Need to get a squad wipe or two. Ooh! Oh, the Volksfront is down. The Jaeger command squad down. Here we go. This is what I was talking about. 2 squads down over here, so 3 in total. I think the Volksfront could have stayed up here, maybe dodged out to the side, retreating back through the rockets, ultimately what resulted in it dying. Bad response by SirFailalot. Yeah, that's what I said earlier. Even though army sizes earlier were quite close to even, felt like the Katyushas were underperforming, and as soon as they started firing up, started going rapidly against the Axis. Stolen pack now for Zcheffen. I didn't even notice when he got that. So it's going to get decrewed here though. Still so tight on the victory points though. Seems like it's really focused on the center of the map. All the firing. Oh, a late retreat from GRAF. Oh, it's really looking bad. Maybe a bit of fatigue setting in. MG actually pushing up on that side. Stealing away the muni point, which I think is good. They'll force the allies over there if they want those munitions. Vehicle on the Jagdtiger at this stage. People with a bit of a drive-by. Ober's pressuring the Zis away. T-3485. What's that up to? We've got double flak panzers now. And they can do something to the infantry at least, but I feel like it needs to be some tank kills what gets the Axis back into this match. It's one thing the flak panzers cannot do. Big move from SirFailalot coming out to the side. I think this is a good idea. Maybe the Jagdtiger can get some hits coming in from this angle. And there we go. Great start to the fight. I think it's still 2 shots to kill the Su-85 though. Oh, whoa, the fadeaway hit from the Panzer IV. How about that? Both of Zcheffen's tanks dead. Big moves. Stuka dive bomb meanwhile on the stolen Rakit, and that goes down. Katyusha's raining. Look up the Fusiliers, but that's an engine crit now on the ISU. Jagdtiger wants to go in for the finishing blow. The There's a lot of PTRSs. Could take a sticky satchel. It's too risky. Can't go for the ISU. Either way, I'd categorize that as a big win for the Axis. And mainly because it was on Zcheffen, you know, who doesn't have the massive manpower reserve to rebuild the army after that. Okay, then we've got a Panther now for GRAF. If he's ready to fire again. Looks like it's going to fire over here.
Down to 75 points.
Okay, hit. A lot of health damage. Only 1 or 2 models dead though. Troop shut down, coming out to the far side. Axis are low on VPs, but still got some room here to make the comeback.
Jagd Tiger ready. Jawohl, will do. Suppressive fire!
Okay, Panzer IV the one to kick things off. Takes a button. She misses. Pack spinning around slowly. Good smoke though to assist with the escape. The shock troops trying to come over this side again, but the MG actually relocated. Shuts them down again, and the flak panzer coming across as well, just in case. They almost managed to crawl into range there. He's doing alright, but we've still got this machine gun back here. If they're not ready to fire again yet, here comes the Katyusha now. Oh, I think that's double Katyushas. Annihilates the Raketten. We got Panther making a move. Sees an opportunity coming down the middle. One Katyusha dead. What about the next one? Lenze trying to get away. Oh, but the Panther misses that shot. Plane's coming down now, but they're not that good against tanks. The Jagd Tiger coming down the middle. Misses its shot against... Panther continuing with its aggression. Jagd Tiger needs to land this next shot. Oh, but the smoke coming out from GRAF, I think that's actually backfiring. There goes a second Katyusha. What about the third? Sticky satchel. There it goes. All 3 Katyushas dead now with this maneuver. Flak Panzer's out the back here doing some crazy action. Trying to get away. Trying to avoid engine damage. Oh, there goes one Flak Panzer, but it looks like one of them's going to survive. The Jagd Tiger's pushing in behind this. Now gets buttoned. Now in some actually big trouble. Here comes a fresh T-3485. Jagd Tiger even blasted, but I think it's healthy and strong enough to survive this. Can't say the same about the Panzer IV. One more shot from the Zis. That's enough to do it. Oh, but the Jagd Tiger kind of getting stuck here. It's going to take engine crits. Uh-oh. This is not looking good for the Axis all of a sudden. What a strong start, but a weak finish. Oh, but the Jagd Tiger bouncing. It's going to try to go head-to-head. Oh, main gun crit on the ISU. Ram, and it penetrates. The Jagd Tiger goes down the rockets. Not enough to finish the ISU. That's hanging on by a pixel. It's pure carnage, and SirFailalot calling the GG. Axis in control of the victory points at this stage. Dodge away from that satchel. All these squads surviving. And the T-34 is going to fall. SirFailalot just has almost nothing. Enough to squeeze out one Panther and enough to reinforce. Maybe build one more squad. Lenze has so many resources to rebuild with, just queuing up all the T-34s. Trying to go for another Katyusha at this stage. That's a marginal decision. The Axis don't actually have many team weapons anymore. And, you know, when you're so low on VPs, the Katyusha's maybe only going to get one Katyusha barrage to fire. Maybe 2. It's not guaranteed to actually get a good result. So, generally where tanks can have a better impact. More guaranteed performance. Okay, the assault artillery forcing back a lot of units. Flak Panzer did end up falling. Now in here on the cap. Allies are going to get here a little bit too late to stop the decapture at least, but the flak panzer now, this is where that can really shine with attack ground work. Oh, but it's about to take a sticky satchel. Comes the Werfer. No wipe again. SU-85. No, ISU coming back in. And some big hits on the Panther. The OKW Panther looking to come in from the side though. Here it comes. Gonna take a while to chunk through the ISU though. Got that stolen pack working well for the Allies in the middle. And the OKW Panther, not on prioritized vehicles, starts shooting at the combat engineers instead. Seeing a couple hits there. Shock troops just running right down the middle of the map. W infantry trying to do their best. Have to retreat from the grenades. 50 points. A lot of casualties there though. The shock troops nearly died. There's a long range Katyusha. Might be enough to knock out the 222 though. I didn't actually notice. Was that a rebuild or was that a decrew? 222. This is just about repaired. Gonna have another go here. Panther coming in, but again, not leading the charge on prioritized vehicles. So it wastes its shot shooting at infantry and now very low. What is it? Oh, that is not good for SirFailalot. Living up to his name with that maneuver. Okay, here comes the ISU. Ooh. Okay. Fusilier down. Still have a Stuka dive bomb in a desperate situation that can decap a victory point. Might be worth considering here. Planes coming in. Decent dodge out to the side. Infantry avoiding most of it. This is where you need the force retreat on the Maxim. There's a smoke coming in for Graf. Okay, the grenade forces away, but the Ogres go down to a grenade in response. We've got the dive bomb out now. And that was very well targeted. Neutralized the VP and decreased the ZIS. SirFailalot, it doesn't quite have enough manpower. Another Jagdtiger could probably seal the deal, but can't get it. And now the ISU pushing ahead, being aggressive. Loses sight of the Panther, but the Panther missing all its shots right now. Allies back in control. In the middle. It looks like the Axis did end up throwing in the towel here. There you go. Whew, very tight contest at the end there. It was such a good move. That dive with all the flak panzers looked like it was going to be pure money. But yeah, I think the smoke from Graf ended up backfiring a little bit, stopping the Jagdtiger from being able to shoot. If it could have contributed in that fight, it could have done a huge amount more damage. Such a good start to the engagement as well, knocking out all those Katyushas, but on the tail end, suffering perhaps a few losses that could have been avoided. But overall, yeah, a very entertaining game, a very tight one. Panther just couldn't quite get the job done there, and that ISU in the later stages, once it hit Vet 3, it's just a real monster, incredibly hard to deal with. GG, you know, good play from both teams, tight contest. Good comeback from the Axis as well after having a bit of a rocky start against those double light vehicles. Well, anyway guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.